Turn around. No, not on me. I just went to the ice cream shop to get an ice cream, and they can't serve you because the warehouse is overheated. I just went to the place to get a milkshake, and they can't do it because they don't have milkshake machine. So, but the thing went through though. Showed me some weird graphic thing popped up. I'm guessing it's the company that she's doing transactions through. Oh, mother.
With what? Sprinkles? Chocolate or sprinkles?
Cactus coffee. Saying something's cactus is usually a very bad thing. I hope you're enjoying the four-wheel drive in Moscow. I didn't see any. Last time I came, they had the gel ballers. They had them, the gel ball. Seen them around. They had fishing. They got caravans still. They got four-wheel drive still. That endless products. Everywhere they had, what else did they have? Had events going all the time, which they still do now, but not the same sort of events. Those pavilions are still the same. They had a lot more really amazing vehicles. Like six-wheel drive, super incredible Patreon vehicle. But Patreon's here, but they don't have any big vehicle. So I guess we'll go back over and watch the show in a minute when my back calms down again. My back's really used to sitting against the back of a chair all the time. It's what you get when you just sit at home all the time and don't do anything. That's why I want to get the four-wheel drive and all that, and go out fishing and be active, you know. Get my health back up, get active, get things happening again. But don't have any money, so now it's become, every time I go to pay for something, it's become, will it work or will it not work, you know? Every time I try to pay for something, so yeah, a bit of an issue. But like I said in the beginning, I donate $1, just $1, 50 cents, 10 cents, donate something. If you can't do that, hit the like button. 10,000 likes, 100,000 likes, I don't know. Like, subscribe, and give. So, I really need as many of you to give as much as you can. I know, it's really bad and really hard, and it's really difficult to just hit that button and pledge a little bit of money. You know, surely you can spare $1. If you want me to keep doing these events, donate. This has cost me up to $2,000 just to come here and video. So it'd be really good if you could do something. Anyway, that's the end of that. So I'm going to sit and watch ring events until the sun goes down a bit and gets a bit shady. Hopefully it will, because this closes at 5 o'clock. So if it doesn't get shady by 5 o'clock, then tomorrow we'll come and we'll do all caravans in the centre ring. we'll start there and do all of them, and then we'll go and do whatever else we can find. Just got to look around and see what we can find, you know. We'll go and see what these girls are raving on about. Yeah, the old putting up the toilet tent and putting it down. That's a hard thing to do.
You guys see many people in the front. This guy, what's your name? I don't like him. This guy, when I said raise your hands if you want to be on Team Bridget, this guy's like, my mate's really good. He's right here. He's right here. I'm so sad. But yeah, we're not correct. I was confident.
So sad.
Also, hang on, while we've got the boys. You did say to me, it's okay if we thought it, but we weren't right. You did say to me the other day, I think one of the tents is a bit faulty.
No, I didn't say anything like that at all.
Oh, now we don't want to say it while we have mics on our face.
No.
Of course. Did you distribute the bags? It's interesting that we got this. Right, of course.
You're just unlucky. I'm sorry.
Alright. Anything to do with stages, I'm very unlucky. Alright, you won, mate. There's red dirt trucker hats, or there's stubby stickers. Get a red dirt thing.
They're those ones I've seen over at over there. Red Dirt Diary, remember? I signed the trunk.
Make the missus happy. Make the missus happy. I like this. What would you like, mate? You try it. Yeah, the stubby of disappointment. Nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Sorry, you can wash it down with cold water.
Oh, it is hot, boys.
Taking
Did
us
you guys
again.
break a sweat trying to do that? This bloke's wearing jeans, mate. It's interesting. You look like you're on your way to CMC after this. Oh. Are you? No. Oh, okay. All right. No worries, boys. Thank you so much. Everyone, give the boys a round of applause, especially me. I need an uplifting of my
Yay,
spirits.
bravo.
Oh, okay. A favour to ask us after the show. You bring that up now while we're on stage. Okay.
Oh, we have to do
Get
it then,
off,
apparently.
get
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Well, you
All right.
wanted the thing.
No worries.
Alright.
When will I win? When will I win?
Never.
When
I'm
will
sorry.
I win?
She's won. We've done this. I don't know how many times we've done this.
I won one time. Oh my gosh. When I won, I almost fell over. I was so excited, but
You fell off the stage.
Yeah, I have won one time, but how many shows have we done, Breen? We do this every day. This will be our last time doing the 10K.
I reckon we done at least 15 times.
And I've lost every time except for one. And the one time that I did win, I'll give this one to Bree, even though I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I sabotaged you and ripped the tent out of your guys' hand out of
did.
anger. Yeah, because I was like, I'm not losing again. Oh, I like that game. I will miss it. I
Yes,
will
we'll
miss it when
miss
it's
it.
over. Anyway, what's time?
No idea, no
Let me have a
idea.
little quick check. I want to leave time for questions. What we'll do is, Bree and I have more to talk about, but have a think of your questions. We've got great bucket hats, trucker hats, stickers, stubbies. Have a think of your questions. We get asked a lot of the same, there's nothing wrong with this, but we get asked a lot of the same questions. What was your favourite campsite? Where would you revisit again? I don't know. What's another question that we get asked a lot of?
Going travelling alone.
Yeah. So try to think of, there's no pressure. Any question's a good question. But a question that you think that we might not have been asked before, they're always the really, really fun ones. But to fast forward through all the stuff that you guys haven't heard us speak on stage before here in Brisbane, that you probably do want to know, like what is our favourite campsite, what's our favourite accessory, what can't we go camping without, all the stuff that we always get asked. Why don't we just answer a few of them while these guys are thinking of new and interesting questions, right? So Bree, last year on Red Dirt, because it's something that everyone got to see, what was your favourite wheeling track and maybe touring destination?
Okay. I've got a few favourite tracks. One we recently did, I know it's really hot.
Where'd my bottle of water go?
Probably fell off the stage. Anyways.
Anyone see? Where do I? Oh, it fell back. Oh, this was sad. Okay, sorry, Bree, you go.
Alright, if any of you have ever been to Wadigans, there's a track called Whiteman's Lanes in Wadigans, which is New South Wales. It's actually one of my favourite tracks just because I enjoy it every time I go there. It's challenging enough, it's technical, but it's just safe fun to have out in your car. So that's a favourite track of mine. In terms of a travelling destination...
That was a cool track. I was there for that. I
Yeah.
just rode shotgun. I was in a car that rolled. Did you guys see that? What was it called? Whiteman's Lane?
Yeah.
And I was in a Suzuki Vitara.
It was an old, like,
What car was it?
Vitara, I think.
Yeah, right. And we rolled it. I've never been in a car that's rolled before. It was fun. It was cool. It had like
Had the racing harness and stuff.
harnesses, yeah. So I actually felt quite safe. But that was the first for me. And what about campsites?
I find it really hard. We've had some really good campsites. We've done a lot of traveling recently over the last year.
But you can say, because these guys have made the effort to come and see, we just spoke a few days ago about, you know what I mean?
We did a recent episode. It hasn't released yet. We actually went up to Yeppoon. We filmed 3 episodes up there, and one of them we did something completely different. We actually left the cars behind, and we took out boats and jet skis, and we went to Keppel Island and all that. That's up in Yeppoon. We stayed at a place called Humpy Island.
Humpy Island.
And
remember.
I think Bridget really liked this campsite too. It was just different going over with literally only a ski and a boat, swags and the minimal of stuff to camp for a night, and just waking up on this island. It was just it was
kind of like what I was saying before when we went to Cape. I said this to you when we were there. When we go back to basics and we do things kind of like the OG way, there's something, it's always really hard to describe. There's something about it that just feels really nice and a reminder why you love camping. Not all the bells and whistles, not all the fancy heating systems like what I have in 37s and blah, blah, blah. All of the things that make camping all the more easier and all the more fun, but just the classic way. And then, I don't know if you guys are like me, but it makes me really enjoy the place for the place and the people that I'm with. And I agree with you. That was going to be my answer. If you asked me the same thing, Humpy Island was my favourite campsite. Also, too, we aren't boat people. Like, we have our jet skis now and like all that sort of stuff. So like we've got our license and we've been having a crack. But that's a new thing for us. Spending time on the water is not really something that we've done a lot of, especially for work, right? No. So our first introduction in doing it, which you guys will see soon. That episode hasn't actually come out yet, but seeing as though you've made the effort to come and see us talk, you guys get to know about it first. But going and doing a trip like that, Brie, the weather. Do you remember when we were trying to drive out there?
Let's just say there were bolts falling out of the boat as we were going over. The swell was insane. And Bridget, I'm in the boat. Yeah. She's on a little trick ski.
Yeah. Just fighting the weather, fighting the swell, rain. Could you imagine? Dead set. Imagine me, little trick ski, small, like hard, uncomfortable to sit on. I have to stand full throttle, swell, rain, crying. Just like, oh my God, this is the hardest ride of my life. Trying to get to this island, it was like hell. The moment that we left mainland, all the way until we were like 2 k's out from the actual island, I was just going, this is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. Bree's in the boat, just like, this is so nice. I'm in a boat, right? And I'm just fighting the weather. But we get there, and then the sun was on. Yeah. We went diving. I saw things I don't do a lot of diving. I saw things that I haven't seen before. And what makes me enjoy Humpy Island as a campsite, and why I really hope that you guys watch this episode and get out of it what we got out of it, which was that it was so earned. Yeah. I hope that does that make sense? It was so earned. We had to fight so many things, carry all of our swags, carry all of our food. We didn't get to have any of the fancy camping equipment that makes it easier. Fight the weather, land on an island, walk into the inland and set up camp, and then just enjoy being underneath the stars. And a campsite that was that earned and that hard to get to, and that many factors to push through, it absolutely took the cream for me. And was my favourite campsite that I've ever camped at. I think it's just the feeling of working so hard to get something. And I think
it was rewarding.
It's very rewarding.
If you looked at the water that day,
you wouldn't have launched
a boat.
She's right.
But to get over there and have the weather turn on the other side, it was really rewarding.
Yeah. And that's kind of the same. I'd have the same. I'm a big feelings person, right? I'd have the same sort of answer. You asked me what was my favourite four-wheel driving track, right? I'm going to say Gunshot, and I know that you're probably like, of course you say that, because that's a really big deal for me. You guys have probably driven it, but that's a really big deal for me. 12 months ago, if you told me that I was going to drive Gunshot, if she told me you're going to drive Gunshot, I'd be like, no, I'm not. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm too scared. I don't have the experience. I don't know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. I've seen the videos. It can't be done. But then Bree trained me so hard for 12 months. Poured her heart and soul into putting me down tracks, whether it was letting me drive her car, letting me drive my car, and exposing me to all of this stuff so that I could build the confidence as a girl, as a young person, as an amateur, and then go and drive something like Gunshot. I don't know if you've seen the footage, but I was so nervous. And Brie, I just stared at Brie while she spotted me. Do you remember? Yeah. I just stared at Brie. The trust between us. I think we just grew ourselves to a point where I could just stare at her. And it was like she was driving the car. If she said turn left, without question, I would just turn left. And I just did everything that she told me to do, which I think it makes me easy to spot because I do as I'm told.
She listens well.
Yeah, like a good little sister. I do as I'm told, right? And I drive down Gunshot. The moment that I did it and it was over, I became so emotional because it meant it was such a hard thing for me to do. And all of this practice to be able to earn something that someone like me should probably have never done. And I got to do it. And that just meant, that made it my favorite four-wheel driving track because of what it felt. And it's the same with camping on Humpy Island. I really hope that you guys, if you haven't seen Budget Builds, or when we drove Cape York, it's actually on TJ's channel. TJ?
Yeah, it's TJ's episode.
I hope that you go and watch that. And I hope that you go and watch the episodes that we've got coming out soon. But we're glad to tell you first and give you guys some behind the scenes tea. But I don't think that we have that many minutes left. I'm just going to quickly, we don't have that many minutes. But I have too many
You've
prizes.
got another 10.
Oh, yeah. You told me 20 before.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I have too many good prizes that I want to give away. So, no question's a bad question. Raise your hands and hit me with some questions if you want to win some free, I'm just going to throw it to you for fun. And there will be questions. There has to be questions. Anyone? Yes.
All right, run up.
Oh, hang on. Hold your breath. Yeah, we're going to get a mic, so it's easy.
Bunch of everyone here.
I'd like to know bush or beach.
Bush or beach?
She said bush or beach.
Oh, bush or beach?
What would you prefer? What do you want, hun? Bucket hat, trucker hat, stubby, sticker? What do you want? What are you feeling? Hat? Me pick. Okay.
Are you avoiding the question?
No, okay. All right, so bush or beach? It's really hard because my passion in the four-wheel drive industry is like four-wheel driving and hitting tracks, which often leads you to the bush. But I'm someone who good camping. I love to have water around me, so beach is sort of kind of where it's at for a camping scenario. I'd have to say beach.
Yeah, I'm just going to say beach because it's so hot right now.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to be at the beach right now?
Beach. That's something we were making jokes before saying we should have bought a Bunnings spec blow-up pool and put it out in front of our stand and put the swimmers on that we have at the stand and then just lie in there because it was so hot. But mine would be beach. I know it's a full tourist spec answer, but there's too many cool beaches in Australia, from the East Coast in Cape York, South Coast New South Wales, and Esperance. I went to Esperance recently. I died. It was so nice. So I'm definitely a beach person, but I think I'm especially a beach person today because I'm so sweaty. Anyway, next question for this hat.
All right, we've got one over at the back here.
Okay.
Is there going to be a third season of Budget Builds?
Is it the third season of Budget Builds? Is that...
Oh, can we answer this?
Look,
Are we allowed to answer?
I believe there will be, but what that looks like is still in the planning stage. I think there will be new vehicles for it. I don't know if you noticed Sam's engine bay, the motor doesn't really exist
It doesn't
that
exist.
well.
How do you fix that on
We haven't even got the Jeep here, it's missing.
Yeah.
The Disco only just runs and the Torrento is still sitting on a car trailer.
Yeah.
So, and we want to do a third season, but I just think we might need a new fleet of vehicles.
Budget Builds proved what it was meant to prove and did what it was meant to do. It was meant to raise money and it killed it in that aspect. And as well as entertain you guys along the way. But it was to show you that for $5,000, you can go and do the big things that you only see, like the big fancy patrols and the 79s go and do in Cape York. But you don't need that. You can go to Cape York on a budget and have heaps of fun with your mates and go and do all of the tracks. That's why we didn't do any chicken tracks. We had to do all of it to show you that $5,000 can fulfill the dream, if that makes sense. You had a question down here. That's a silly question. Have you met me? Have you met me? Well, my answer's more boring, so you go first.
So the question's harder wheeling or touring. Harder wheeling. That is what got me into four-wheel drives to begin with. I would only do like night camping on a weekend just because I'd be camping at the track. It's only the last year and a half that I even really got a canopy on my car and started doing longer trips and going
you're
to like
full tourer
races.
now.
Yeah, I'm full tour. I got
Full
jet ski on the
tourer.
back of my car, man.
Full tour now.
I do love touring, but wheeling will always have my heart.
Yeah. And mine is touring. Don't get me wrong, I love wheeling. I like wheeling when I feel like that I'm oh, you're gonna laugh, when I'm safe, because I don't go wheeling unless Bree's there. That's just the way that it is, because I don't feel like that I haven't developed the confidence to go and do it with some of my maybe more amateur mates or maybe my siblings and stuff like that don't have as much experience as her. Her insane amount of textbook knowledge seems to I just feel more confident when she's around. If she says do something, I just do it. So anything that you've seen me done, as much as it might make me look cool and stuff like that, I'm still developing my confidence. I am actually really just a young girl that's still learning, whether it's mechanics or how to pick a line or all of it. I'm just really blessed that I have like the Lord of track next to me, which is why I kind of like our dynamic, because me being more into touring and me being more of a beginner, and her being so experienced, it makes the show, do you get what I mean? Yeah, it makes the show, I really like it. It puts out the message that we kind of believe in behind the scenes as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I've got so many prizes. I'm talking too much. Okay, you.
So, stitch up from Brody, Bridget. What's
What?
it like dating Sam Myers?
Are you joking? Are you joking? Where is Brody? Is he here? I'm getting off stage now. Oh, I'm so stumped. Oh, am I supposed to answer this? Of course you did that to me. Blanket statement. For anyone listening, I'm not. I know it seems that way. We just live together. We're very close. But that would be gross, because he's kind of like my brother, wink wink, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Can everyone put the pieces together on their own now? Yeah, that would never happen, because Sam is my brother-in-law. Yeah, brother, right? You got it? Okay. This one's for you. Okay.
Well, I had another question here, I think.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, it's all happening now. Oh, that was, we
What's
need to talk
one track
after. Meet me at the stand, okay?
Haven't done yet.
Is it one track in Australia that we haven't done yet that we want to do?
Oh, can I guess? Can we guess for each other? Is that right?
Like a driving track or just like a...
I think I know hers. A wheelie
wheelie
track.
track.
Can I guess yours?
I don't know if it's for you, but sure.
Yeah, it's because there isn't one. Anyway, my best guess for you, I can't remember the name of it, but everyone here's going to know it. It's that track. It's that track in Tassie that you have to drive, that scary bit with the water and people, and if you go off, you're dead. That one. What's that called? What's that track called?
Climbing.
That's it. That would be her dream track. I know it. Am I right?
It's next on my list that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want, mate? Stubby? You want stubby? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What would be mine?
I would just say the Cape track, but you just did it. But I feel like going back in your Hilux is something you might want. Actually,
It would be cool. It would be very cool to drive Cape York in my Hilux. It would be very cool. Yeah, that is the answer. I've done it once, and now I'm too itchy to go and see it again in my car. Because now that I've done it in a $5,000 car, I know that my car can do it. I just didn't have the confidence before to trust in it or my capability that much. But Toronto was quite hard to drive on that track, and we 50-50 drove it. So if I was in a car that I do know how it works, I know how the body rolls, I know how it's heavy, blah, 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 I actually feel like that I do it a little bit more cruisy than what I initially thought. You get what I mean? Yeah. All right, I got two. We've got to be fast. We've got two more prizes, a stubby and a hat.
Where would you want to travel to other than Australia and take your cars?
So not full driving, touring. Oh, I know. Where would you want to go touring? Not in Australia.
Oh, not Australia.
Touring overseas.
Take me to America.
Yeah, of course you say that. I would want to put together a tour. I don't care if it's a van. I just want to go touring and hop the countries in Europe, specifically hanging around Switzerland. Yeah, I'm Italian. I love Europe, but I've never been able to see Europe by car, and I feel like adventures are really earned when driven. You can't go to sleep on an aeroplane and then just arrive. Like, I want to just earn the drive. I've seen one of my friends do it, but the thing is, it's actually quite expensive. Got to get over there, got to build a car. I'm not the best builder, you know what I mean? But that is on my bucket list for life, that I want to be able to go touring around Europe, country hopping, leave when I feel like leaving, stay if I feel like staying, that sort of thing. But yeah, definitely Europe, and maybe the beach because it's so sweet. Do you prefer a hat or a stubby? The hat.
All right, we've got one more question.
Last
All the hands go up now.
It's funny.
This is about, guys.
Can I say
All right,
something?
here we
It's
go.
funny when we say question. You go.
Influence.
It's a good question to end on. I just want to say, when we first put up for questions, everyone's like, oh, I'm scared. And then by the end, everyone's like, I want something for free. Puts their hands up. That's a really good question. I like that question. How is it being a female influencer? Was that right? In the industry, I imagine. Yeah, okay, off you go.
I always find it hard to answer this question. There is difficulties, but I don't like to dwell on them. It can actually be quite rewarding, if anything. Look, it has its challenges, maybe because it's not normal. I definitely think in the last 5 years there's been a massive shift with females, especially in this industry. That it is becoming the new norm. But when I brought my patrol 5 years ago and I got into it, there weren't many females that I knew. So I had to go and make friends with blokes because I wanted to go out wheeling. And I found it challenging because, I don't know, I guess blokes sometimes used to just question me, thinking I'm a female that I don't know anything. And that was something that was really challenging at times.
But I think that's why you've worked so hard to prove yourself. Like, I don't really know anyone that works as hard as both of us, but especially you, because I think that you've always had to feel like that you have to earn. Like, Bree's the kind of girl that she doesn't want to have to bark for respect, let her work speak for itself, let her wheeling or her performance speak for itself. So she's kind of the quieter one out of the two of us because she just shuts up and then, I shouldn't have said that, sorry. She just goes and does it, and goes and does it to the best of her capacity and tries to drive as good as she can, so then have respect, which I think, do you guys agree? I feel like that she's really done that. Like, in my opinion, she's the best female full driver in Australia today, and I have no doubt to say that. No, are you gonna cry? No. But that is genuinely what I think. But to put a bit of a positive spin on it quickly, I think even just standing up on stage when I look at now, there's so many more women than what I've ever seen before. In the last 5 years, she's right, I have seen a big shift. The amount of girls that come up to us, or the amount of girls that DM us, it has grown so much, and I think it's because of people like ourselves and other girls out there putting out that message that girls can too. If you're a girl and you're watching this, we really mean that. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what car you drive, it's just about putting your best foot forward and giving it a shot. And if you can take motivation off us, don't do it for Instagram, don't do it for YouTube, do it for yourself, because you can do whatever you want to do. Other than that, thank you so much everyone for listening.
Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. So good. So good.
Oh, I gotta pack this pen up now.
Yeah, you got to pack that up. Show us how it packs up.
Show us
Can you be backstage and can you pack this set up?
So we've got Graham and Sean are going to be up next, so that's about 10 or so minutes. They'll be over here and they'll be next on stage. So thanks very much, guys. So if you want to hang around for Graham and Sean, grab some lunch, grab a cold drink or whatever. And yeah, we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes' time.
Shauna. I can't remember Shauna. Not sure what show he runs, Brian. Explore Life. That's what that other guy was talking about, Explore Life. I don't know, don't recognise it. I'll look it up on YouTube.
Back in 5 minutes.
150. No. Probably. I don't know.
When they go to ask questions, do you ask them? Yeah, you have to ask them where he's going. Right?
Can't believe I can play down this late. Oh, that's what I think. I'll buy 4 chances. Beautiful, belly out.
What? When Max in the washroom? Washing in the table while I Could you imagine if Max was that age? You've been here for 10 minutes. You've been here. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
And one we haven't seen is the main arena. By the looks of it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Geez, it's hot. You'd think they'd turn the aircon on, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently Sean and Graham have been sitting up in the air conditioning. So they've been having a lovely time now. They've come out here and they're suffering. Anyway, so we were talking about how, you know, instead of having beers in the shed, we could get a pool up here and they could have beers in the pool. Yeah, well, you know, trying to work out solutions. All right, let's give them a big round of applause and have the two fellas come up.
Mate, what was that nonsense about sitting in a pool? We didn't just sit in the pool, we got cocktails brought to us as well. That's how we do that.
We had a spicy mojito. We did.
No, we did not.
We did not.
We did not. Well, here we go, that's us, mate.
I'm just going to get it over and done with. Bloody hot! Like, it's really hot. I can't do this Queensland weather. I'm melting.
Yeah, he was about a foot tall this morning, he just melted down a bit. Unlucky.
It's actually not too bad. You're all pussy, Graham.
Well, welcome to the stage, Graham Cahill. No, how good, eh? How good.
What do you all do for jobs if you can have Friday Arvo off? How does that work?
It's the best day to come to the show, to be honest with you. You guys know that.
It is.
You come on the Friday, pull a sickie, you get a long weekend, plus you don't get the crowds of Saturday and Sunday.
True.
That's a win.
Sunday Arvo's nice.
Yep.
I like. That was very abrupt.
Yep.
Agrees. Sunday Arvo's another good day to come. You get good bargains because nobody wants to eat it. Inside fact, actually. All the stands, no one wants to pack up all their stuff. So on Sunday Arvo, you just walk up and say, yeah, $50 for that. It's a 79, worth about $49, but you can 50. Walk out with 79. Who owns a 79 here?
Couple.
Yeah, smart people.
Couple. Yeah, right.
What are we talking about, Seamus Whale?
Pretty cash today, mate. I think it's too hot for anything. we have a whole dance routine we're going to show you guys, and but, you know,
I did it this morning. It wasn't. Tim Mack with great
there's a couple of
applause.
mistakes in there.
Yep.
So I think we'll just take it real cash today. We'll just say, quick day, what been up to maybe?
Where's that little prize back? Did you take that back up at the stand?
I did, I lost that.
That was a bit silly.
It was.
Anyway, well, I'll tell you what, after this we've got to go up to the snatch stand. I will give away 5 prizes, because they're not mine to give away, for the best questions asked today.
Best
So if
questions.
you follow us up the snatch stand and say, I was one of the people that asked the question that you said was the best.
You got
I'll
any
give you a
good
prize.
questions then? You got 5 to give away.
I got 5 to give away. Anything at all. Ooh, straight off the bat here. Man with the sunglasses on his head. How tall are we actually? Just 1 second. There.
It's 4'11".
That's all I've got. I've never had any more. This is all I know. Weird, because I've never known myself. This is me. It works. Like if I walk and stuff, I can do it. It all works. How tall are you? Stand up. Yeah, go on. You're not that tall, isn't it?
Oh, you know, I'm something taller. I'm something shorter.
You sure
One of
are.
those things you do get asked that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We got in the lift just now, and someone said you two are taller in real life. No, shorter in real life. We get both.
Yeah.
We get both.
Anyway.
I could go on all day.
Anyway.
Any more?
Yeah.
Questions, that is? Oh, sneaky little hand down there.
Where's your next trip to?
Where's,
Next trip.
We could probably do this separately.
I'm going. Oh, actually, I keep forgetting about this one. I'm doing Coffs Harbour pretty soon, and then I go straight up to the Cape, which will be pretty cool.
Got Coffs before the Cape.
Yeah. I only found out about that one the other day.
Yeah, Roger.
I need to get a car ready.
Well, my next trip, we actually have got a location for you.
You haven't?
I know I have 2 more trips come up very soon, in 2 weeks. And yeah, we kind of dropped the ball a little bit, Sean.
So where's your car though? It's in
Which one, mate?
the ugly one, the big white one.
Oh, the 62. That's in Adelaide at the moment.
Adelaide.
I just flew up from Adelaide yesterday. Oh, here's a little insight. Anyone been to Adelaide, from Adelaide? Anyone know where Adelaide is? Okay. So the little state down the southern part of Australia, there's a section of that called the Eyre Peninsula. It looks like a triangle, upside down triangle. Are you from the Eyre Peninsula?
No, but we've been.
Unbelievable! It is the most ridiculously good four-wheel drive destination in Australia. I didn't know anything about it. And I just spent 2 weeks on it and it's blown my mind.
I would say like a lesser version of Fraser Island, something like that.
Way better.
Hang on, mate.
The swimming? The beaches?
No.
Okay, it's a drunk Norton Island.
A drunk Morton.
No, honestly, if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Sorry?
What about the causeway?
No, I don't know that I went there.
Didn't go.
Causeway?
No, that doesn't.
Graham only went to the fancy bars that serve craft beer and the cafes in the morning that did the old soy latte and frappuccinos.
It's not true.
Apart from that, you wouldn't have seen too much.
It's not true. I actually grind my own coffee beans with my hands in the morning and just chew on them. That's how manly I am.
Yeah, right though, mate.
Anyway, Eyre Peninsula, South Australia. Trust me when I say, I've seen a lot of Australia, and that little triangle,
Yeah.
freaking amazing.
Gotta say, I've never been there myself.
It is. You'd love it.
Yeah.
The fishing is incredible.
Yeah.
Beach camping is like nothing like that. Anyway, I'm going on. Eyre Peninsula. Lovely.
Yep.
I don't even know how I got onto that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, who owns the pub in Brisbane at the moment? That joke comes sometimes.
I
sometimes.
think it's too hot for jokes like today.
I think it is too.
While you were gallivanting around South Australia, mate, I had international business to attend to.
You did.
I went overseas. I just got back, folks.
I was tasting exotic delights.
I didn't know some things in my mouth I shouldn't have, that's for sure. I went to Japan.
Sorry.
I went to Japan, and I got invited to go over and see the Toyota production line where Land Cruisers are made. So I still on a bit of a high from that one. That was absolutely amazing. Once in a lifetime sort of experience. If you've ever seen a car be built, I don't think you can because they wouldn't allow me to take a phone in there for any photos or videos. So they keep it pretty tight-lipped about it all. But absolutely amazing. 90% of the work and literally 90% happens from robots. These cars are put together with robots and it's just amazing. If you've ever worked on a vehicle, you know it can take about between 6 to 8 hours and about half a dozen stubbies to get through an oil change, right? That's normal, right? It takes about, there's a 300 rolling off the production line every 2 minutes. It's incredible. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds. And in Japan, they're very precise. It's 57 seconds, not...
You've got to do the math on that. 1 every 2 minutes of 300 seconds.
And they're open like 7 days a week from 6 in the morning till 2 in the morning. The production line hardly stops.
So why, for the love of all things holy, did we wait 3 years for it?
You know what? Every single person who's ever a 79 series, I'll watch those guys get built as well. The 300s, got a good couple of year wait on those.
Yeah. Why? Why every 2 seconds? Or 2 minutes, sorry.
I think Australia actually is quite a small market.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. They go elsewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of left-hand drive vehicles I noticed in the production line coming through. It's kind of bizarre to see, but anyway, yeah.
How long is the production line? Like, is it from here
Oh,
to Mr.
mate.
Whippy Man?
It's so hard to comprehend because, like, I'm going to speak my language here for a second. They're in these massive sheds, and I'm saying massive. They're huge. And the Land Cruiser ones actually the smallest shed Toyota have got. Their biggest one's over 1 kilometre by 1 kilometre, and they've got like 9 of these sheds.
What are they making there, like craft?
Well, there's in the Land Cruiser one. There's about 4 or 5 big sheds, and they're a fair old size. You'd be pretty stoked to have one of those sort of size sheds in your
Big as
backyard.
this area?
Bigger than this.
Okay.
Like all
Big
this
shed.
roofed area, way bigger than this.
Okay.
And you've got multiple ones of those. So in one, there's this pile of ladder chassis. There's truckloads of motors and gearboxes and transfer cases and all this sort of jazz. All brand new. They look. If I were to carry one, I'll tell you what, mate. But anyway, that goes into one shed. In no time at all, there is a rolling chassis comes out with tyres, off it goes, and a little robot truck picks that up, no driver, and drags it to the next bay, and that's where a body gets dropped on, the dash, the seats, all that sort of jazz, and the thing drives out. Unbelievable.
Where does it get painted?
In the same place that they paint. There's a paint booth, it's all automatic, mind you. Yeah.
What's we done?
Incredible.
Fascinating, eh?
Yeah, anyway, that's what I've been up to.
Japan.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest thing you ate in Japan? Be careful, here. It's a G-rated show.
Yeah, okay. Righto, this is true. I haven't told you this, I had a raw, pregnant cuttlefish.
Oh, you did tell me that, yeah.
Did I?
Pretty weird.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd.
Raw, pregnant cuttlefish.
Yeah, there was lots of little mini cuttlefish inside, I realised. I thought it was some sort of sauce, but anyway. But you know what, the food's quite nice over there. I don't mind it. Half the time we go into a place and they didn't speak great English over there, and some of the menus had no photos and just full of Japanese. So you get in there, you don't want to try and find another spot, so you just do the old Russian roulette with, we'll have that one.
Pregnant cuttlefish, here we go. Yeah, that's nasty.
That's how that works. That was an experience, mate. And speaking of overseas things,
yes,
the 30's been packed up and chucked in a shipping container and is actually going overseas as we speak. So the next time you and I probably film together might be in the USA.
Which is weird. It's going to be weird. Are we flying across there together?
I guess so.
Remember, Daniel, was it, who was it that had the record for the number of beers they could have?
Bernie! That was I don't know if the record's been set for how many schooners you can have on a plane to the US. It has been to the UK.
Let's give it a nudge.
Let's give it a shot.
I've got a flyer that's just right in front of me. I think it's just trying to get a photo. Any other questions? Because once we get off here, that's all. See, look at the afternoon audience. Feisty. You can pick a human being, mate.
Lovely lady fanning herself, yep. Alice Springs or Lorella? Oh, Lorella Springs. I've just heard with the Lorella Springs, they've closed that down to camping.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a shame.
Not too sure what's going on there.
Too much red tape, I think.
Something.
I don't know the full story, but it's just a shame. It's a shame.
I got to see Lorella before she shut down. Hands up, one half a hand. Don't even went in the driveway. Didn't quite get there.
Good part of the world.
Close enough.
Good part of
It's amazing.
That's amazing. Put that down as another place of outfish, Graham. One of the many places.
True, you did. I'm not even going to try.
That was it.
And
Pretty wild.
What else we say about that? Anyone on this side's got a question? We never look. Yep, go for it. Big voice.
Worst meal I've ever cooked. You're going to need a while to think about this one.
Worst meal. By the way, I've got a joke. Is that your biggest fan? Anyway, that did not work, did it? Tough crowd.
Too hot for jokes, mate.
You're all doing this. It's weird. Like from where I'm standing, because you can't see it. There's a whole heap of this going on. Worst meal. He burnt a buffalo stew. Buffalo at the best of times is not my favourite, mate.
Bit chewy at times.
It's a bit chewy. I don't really like buffalo. He got a big, massive buffalo, decided to make a stew with it. Looked fantastic, looked really good. The makings were fantastic. Then we went fishing. There's a hot queenie bite. We got stuck into the fish, and he forgot about the stew. We came back and it was all black in the bottom of the camp oven. Of course, can't say we'll just do another cooking scene. We've got to do it then. So we just added water. You added water.
Water, stirred it around, and made it look half reasonable, and we made the boys actually smile and say,
It's out there somewhere. Is it on the internet?
That's probably the worst thing I've ever cooked.
Oh, without a doubt, the worst thing. Yeah, it was
You're right up
disgusting.
there. Oh no, you missed out another one. I did another shocker.
Egg?
Yeah, I had some really nice lean mince and I cracked a rotten egg into it. You might have seen that one. Disgusting. Anyway, same sort of deal. We wanted to keep the show must go on, so we had to squeeze a few sausages, their insides out, and try and get some mince together to make the next one. And that just didn't turn out that good, to be honest. I think the winner was taken out of his sales after that rotten egg.
I will back him up though. The best meal he's ever cooked, in my humble opinion, was Speetz's. They're a special kind of pizza. Pizza from scratch in Cape York. The whole thing, the dough, the lot.
That was ambitious.
Cooked them in the camp oven.
You know what? After I made those pizzas on the fire, I've never ever made pizzas after that day.
It's like if you win a running race.
Well, you tell a good joke, just never say another joke, just you're done.
Yep, I haven't told a good joke in a long time. In this crowd, I don't think you're going to be the ones to help me out with it.
You're okay.
Any other questions? Go on, we'll answer anything. There's a lady right down the back with a blue armband on.
Best close call? In which way?
Yeah.
Like sending people to hospital with my cooking or danger? Danger. I like where you're going with this. Yeah, who said Tassie? Yeah, actually, I'll show you the video of it. We've got the video here.
We can read
the Tasmanian one.
There's a Tassie one there if you can find it.
Check this one out. I can't find it. Without me in it.
So that's a cliff. Roll straight to your death.
Probably the scariest thing I've ever been involved in. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen all driving. That was messed up. Hey boys, wait. Put some weight on that side of the car. It's not very good. Hang on, I need a minute. Yep.
Got a dry eye in the house.
Can smile and laugh about it now, but that put the wind up me. I really thought I was going over. It's one of those ones, if it did go over, I don't know if it'll be on stage today, that's for sure. It's about a 15 metre drop straight down to rocks, cliff face sort of thing. It was pretty wild. But we've had many other close calls. How's this? I couldn't say idiot, but I will. This idiot the other day in the Glasshouse Mountains, brand new D-Max. And luckily ran out of talc and had no traction, but he tried to drive off the edge of a cliff face himself. You'd have written off that D-Max.
Try to do it.
Said that was fake.
Yeah, I know, people said it was like, yeah, I'm going to try and ride a
It was that much of a mistake that people thought you faked it.
Well, I take it as a compliment. But no, I just couldn't see where I was going. I figured, I've got this. They're all saying, stop. I was like, what would I stop?
Still had your foot buried on the vehicle.
If in doubt, throttle out. Then he hoogly rolled it. I've written off a D-Max before. I don't know what damage to D-Max.
You have.
I rode a D-Max off once on the road. That was actually quite scary.
Yeah.
Myself on that one.
The road is the scariest place, to be honest.
It is, because you have to speed. Off-road, you're a bit slower. But yeah, I rode a car up on the road once. Funniest thing about that was, we tell this at a lot of shows, as I came to a grinding halt and realised that I'd cooked it completely, I realised I was listening to Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. And the only injury I really had was from trying to punch the stereo to turn it off. So I didn't want to get caught in the car with Tay-Tay playing. It's terrible.
Imagine that. You're right, sir. Oh, we'll come back in a bit, mate.
Leave him in there. Yeah. So that was background. Negative to that one, but yeah. Good question, by the way. You can have a prize. Who asked that? Yeah, you can have a prize. Come and see me. Done.
Have you got any other?
Pick another human being, mate.
Another human. Here we go. Who has it?
There's a lady down there, but she's going to need a really big voice. Underneath the Scania.
Lady there.
Oh, best we came with you, I suppose. Really. No, there's so many good spots. There's so many good spots at Fraser. You know what? I don't know. Has anyone been to Fraser recently? The march fly is still pretty gnarly out there. Down the southern part of the island, lots of massive march flies. And I'm not even joking, they're huge. They'll carry you away. So go a bit northern the island or up on the west coast there, you'll sort of get away from those guys a little bit.
Good call.
Yeah.
Go over to the west coast because it's so much better than anything on any eastern coast.
Ooh, there's a deep meaning there.
What?
West is best, hashtag, yeah.
Head across to the west coast. It's lovely. You'll love it.
Yeah.
We go to Morton next week.
We going to Morton. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, just the two of us.
That'll be good.
Yeah, will it?
Be good.
Looking forward to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, can you pack me a floody outfit?
Yeah.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, floody tournament of Morton coming back.
Floody 4,000.
What vehicle? What? Are you taking a D-Max?
Yeah. What are you going to take, 200?
Maybe soot.
Really?
I'll take sooty.
Why don't you? Yeah, okay.
I'll take the 200, but
I'll take the Lambo.
soot needs it.
Give it a run. Give it a run. Give it a run. Sorry, we're just talking amongst ourselves. Anyone else? Yes, mate, with the beard. The old Tassie. Tassie Terror. Have we got Tassie booked in this year?
We do.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Who's been at Tassie before? Yeah, righto.
great place.
It is a good spot. It is a good spot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. All of Victoria and Tassie, I didn't have a heck of a lot of interest in visiting. And I'll be really honest with you. Until I did visit, yeah, exactly. For me, my heart's always up north, and I love the Cape and the Territory and stuff like that. But the first time I went to the high country and then Tasmania blew me away. One of the best four-wheel drive destinations in the country. Some of the best camping you'll do.
What I'm saying about the Air Peninsula.
Yeah, there's so many good spots.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, we're heading back. I'm going back to Jock in December.
We're pretty lucky as a country, really.
We really are. Just get a bit of driving done and you get a completely new place. Crazy, crazy. It's raining back home where I am and cold.
Yeah, like every day, mate.
Not like every day. I shouldn't have said that. I fell into that trap.
One thing you'll learn about Southwest WA, folks. Who's been there? Anyone? Graham's hometown. He goes on about it like it's something you get out of a postcard.
Oh,
the way I see it, it's the days it's not raining, it's snowing. No use going down there, folks.
Who's been to Southwest WA? Anyone? Yeah, don't, because you won't come back to Queensland.
Yeah, well, they've left Southwest WA, mate.
Something wrong with it.
They just couldn't get a normal coffee with real milk. It's all soy.
Yeah, it's all cow's milk, that's right. We actually use cow's milk over there. You're bloody draining your soybeans.
Yeah, righto, mate.
Anyone else? Come on, get us off stage before we get kicked off. Oh, go on.
Yep. Cool. 8 months of travel. You're about to start now.
When are you leaving now? You're leaving now? In 2 months?
2 months. Oh, I'll be going north. Before everyone else does. Get up there early. We go straight up the Queensland coast, Cape York, and then around. And then I'd go back across the top end. And then one more time across the top end. That'll be me around Australia. Good trip.
That's an absolute lie, because you're froth coming down the West Coast.
Yeah, as soon as I get to about the Kimberley sort of region, come back across the Kimberley, back into Queensland.
Not even close. Not even close. I'm going to go north. Yep. Anyone else? Oh, crikey Moses. Little fella down here, big voice. You know what? We've never been asked that.
True.
No. Ungari track in
the Kimberley.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for me too. It's an exotic track. You don't get to do that one every day, but holy heck, amazing, once in a lifetime sort of stuff. Yeah.
I got a joke.
Go on.
It's a little bit heavy going. How does The Rock take a pee? He blames his Johnson. Tough crowd, Sean. Tough crowd.
No, I think that
tough crowd. This lady's eyes just opened up a lot wider than they were before. It's all right.
We better get another question in us. Yeah, mate, over there. Favourite rigs that we own? Favourite? Mine is a Dirty 30.
I thought you said you couldn't be full drive. Oh, right.
Dirty 30? Yeah, Dirty 30. I've got an old Holden as well. I like that one. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, full drive. 30 for sure.
Y62, without a shadow of a doubt. It is. I love it more every day. If it could cook, it's all I'd ever need in life. Seriously. It's the most amazing. Is anyone who's driven a Y62? Who owns a Y62? Yeah, you're all.
Not many.
Trust me. It is the best car I've ever driven.
I probably thought you were telling another joke, mate.
Best car I've ever driven, hands down. Unbelievable.
Yeah, fair enough.
Trying to convince everybody that it is.
You're trying to sell it, are you?
No, actually not yet. No, not yet.
Right. What about this side of the room? Any questions? Bill?
If you could change one modification law, what would it be?
Change a modification?
Law.
Oh, a modification law. Ooh. I reckon.
See me later. You're getting a present.
I reckon tyre size. And look, it needs to be done the right way. All modifications do. With the right engineering, you should be able to get anything engineered. So, I don't believe in putting 35s on a vehicle and then having no brakes and the thing doesn't steer or stop. But if you do it properly...
I'd clear the road with 79s.
Yeah, right.
Sounds a bit bit jealous.
I don't really have. I don't know. I stick to the letter of law. I think it's. That's not true. That's not true. I can't think of one straight off the top of your head.
Do you have a patrol car?
Yeah, true. How much one do we got?
You got time for another video? Let's see the video of Graham. We haven't seen the videos yet, mind you.
We haven't seen them. We don't know what they are. That's a guess. Yeah. Right now, on four-wheel drive 24/7, we are taking on literally the biggest four-wheel drive challenge in the country. Australia's largest sand dune. Wild South Coast! Join us as we show you around my favourite destination in Australia, my old stomping ground of Pemberton. There are easier ways to procure a meal. Hey! This is why I love this part of the coast. Sensational. That is freaking amazing. Live right now, only on YouTube.
There you go.
That second bit is not actually the south of WA. That's the very, very north of WA. Strange little morphing thing like on there.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Kimberley's not right.
Yep.
Interestingly.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Oh, they just need a break and then they come back strong. You go for it, mate.
All right. Yep, young sir. Is it fast on that? Where are all the rigs? Right here, mate. Right here.
This one's just slowly.
You want to say half decent rig? Oh, we don't.
We haven't got half a decent rig. Mine's slowly evaporating up here.
Yeah, actually, my cars are all spread out at the moment.
Same with mine.
I've got none on display though, so that's not going to help you. But
I think it's the first year we haven't.
Probably, in a long time at least. I think one year I had them all here. It was a logistical nightmare how to get them all here and home.
They drive one at a time.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, mine's in Adelaide and WA, so I've got nothing. Oh, and at the office, yeah. So. Stoz, anyone else? Mate. What do we do before we started the shows? He was a male model.
Yeah,
And I was an exotic dancer. It made us money in the rest.
Right. Yeah, that's right. It's cost them more than I was making. We had a hell of a time doing it. Before this, honestly, I was nothing too crazy. I was working at a bar driving tip trucks. Two different jobs. I wasn't drinking and driving, that's what I'm insinuating, and just a labourer. So nothing crazy, but I had a real passion for four-wheel drives, and then I actually studied journalism as well, and then I got a chance to write for a four-wheel drive magazine back in when magazines were a thing.
Some of you remember those?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have done everything, let's just say everything under the sun.
Yeah. Yep.
Settle down, Ty.
Let's be frank, mate, you were old when I first met you, and that was a long time ago.
Oh, shivers, I'm feeling old this afternoon, I tell you, it's hot.
Oh, no spring chicken anymore, that's for sure.
No, neither of us are.
Anyway.
A lot of water on the bridge. Anyone else, or is it too hot to put your hands up?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, yep.
Favourite beach on the Air Peninsula?
Favourite what?
Favourite beach on the Air Peninsula?
Favourite beach? Is there more than one?
There's lots, mate, yeah. You can't just say Fraser.
Fraser all. You got that one, I've never been.
I'm going to say Point Drummond, Air Peninsula. I've never, ever seen anything like it. It's not going to mean anything to 99% of the crowd. Google Point Drummond when you get home, or even now, I don't care, you can have a look at us. Google Point Drummond, favourite beach to camp on.
Yeah, right, very good.
What do you say? Did you say?
No, I didn't. I do like Coffin Bay oysters though. I know it's not really a track, but you have enough.
Nice national park there too.
It's really hot at the moment, isn't it? Very hot. Oh, shivers.
A bit more than I need to right now.
How many beers do you have on a night like this? Are you allowed to drink beers in this heat? How does it work?
Yeah.
You are?
General rule of thumb, mate.
Yep.
Crack off on the mid-strengths.
Good, yep.
Sit those for a while.
Yep. And rehydrate?
Till it cools down.
Okay.
Don't go straight in heavies. Oh, yep.
Be the end of you.
Good be.
There's a man up here, he's either got stretching his arm or he's asking a question, I'm not sure which.
Yeah. American four-wheel drives or Aussie four-wheel drives? Look, I hope I don't offend too many people, but I don't really care. I wouldn't build an American truck. I don't really rate them that much. Look, some of people are disappointed with that answer.
Yeah, I think they are.
I think the build quality of some of the Japanese vehicles, and look, you know I like Toyotas, but I'm not just saying Toyota, I'm talking about Nissans as well. I think they're better in some cases, unless you get some of the really expensive American rigs, but they're so expensive. I mean, Yeah, most people's price range. They don't fit anywhere.
Well, that brings my point. I'm going to use pure science here, mate, pure math. I physically can't get in them. They're too big for me. I just can't use them. So they're out of my league. I'd love to be able to get a big Ram, but can you imagine me in a Ram? I'd need a bloody booster seat to see all this. No, so no, I'm out. Sorry, you've got one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite 5 foot, so you've got me. 4'8", I think I am.
Yeah, I don't know. I do admit though, like those big Silverados and stuff look pretty cool. I just don't know if I could build one.
A lot of money, man.
It is
a lot of money.
It is a lot.
Does that answer your question? Disappointingly? Okay. Go. What have we got? Time for a couple more? Yeah. This fella here with the shirt. You've all got shirts. Anywho. You have to be, or you can lip read. I'll give you loud on that one.
Go again. Why did it relay that one?
Yep, can you unreel? Oh, favourite video I've ever filmed. Way back in the day when we did the track out through the coast of Glorella. That's my favourite. Yeah, that first time I went to Glorella back in the glory days, that was pretty wild. It's rare when you do it. You start a track and you don't know if you're going to make it or not in this day and age. And we didn't.
Well, that's right. Not really. And it took ages, but it was still one of the best trips ever. Eastern Cape York Beach Run, that was up there.
What was that called? That was Usher Point to...
Captain Billy's to Usher.
Captain Billy's to Usher.
That was pretty wild.
Nice.
Second time around. The first time was good, the next right? The second time was good. This one was on fire, it was great.
I was thinking about asking him about fan things and I think it's all right. Got to go to the loo. Go to the loo and maybe we'll go and do caravans because it's a bit cooler, and see if we can hook the All for Adventure show. The All for Adventure will be on soon probably. Then we'll head back to the unit so I can watch this back and all that sort of thing. Look at that rig. Lucky 9.
It took the ambulance driver incredibly, and it must have been good traffic, it took him 15 minutes to do a 45-minute drive. He is very proud of that. He's a local in the area, and he constantly tells me when I bump into him, he said, "Bug it." Now, he didn't touch the brakes the entire time at all, which is slightly terrifying. But he got me honest and said it on one side.
There they are. My new toys. 2 of them. I don't know where the other 2 are, but there's 2 of them. There's toilets over here somewhere I saw. I think I saw some. Pretty sure I saw some over here. Oh, that way. Yeah, this way apparently. That looks such like it's a normal car, right? It's not. It looks like a normal car. Oh yeah, down there. Gonna go and do a pee-pee, probably. That's some water out. Maybe a number 2. B&B. Yeah, rent When's that to stay in?
There's no smoke and mirrors, no tricks or gimmicks. This is a completely stock standard. And Susan, when you X, making its way up the Iron Summit, the steepest sky ramp on the planet, as if it's nothing. If you'd like to come for a ride, as I said, pop over and say hi to the team at the casinos. Sign you up, take you for a ride. You certainly will forget. Thanks, twice, Susan. You just found
You'll be loving my place that I built, booked at. Mamma mia. This flaming thing is moving around again. I just put it the sun. Oh shit. Where's the sauna here? I'm sure. I need some holes in the roof to let the heat out. Great. Oh shit. There was a temperature gauge here, it'd be right up to 100 degrees probably. 136 or something. Oh my man. I'll sit down for you. Mainly because a lot of times I sat down and I stood up to pee and I had to pee. I figure if you sit down, just do it all and no problem. Plus I've got to rest, so. Soap. Oh, no, there is a bit of soap. In that one, and the other one there is. Oh, great. That's hot enough to fry eggs and bacon. Shit. It's so hot in there. And my bottle is really hot. That car's getting really signed up. Oh. I'm in a 79 Explorer. I could scan it, but I just couldn't be bothered getting down that way right now. I'll put my hat on the thingo and should have it on me. Good awnings, eh? The awnings really thingo. Hey, Cohen. I don't like him.
Absolutely. It's exactly what you do. You need to be sitting there as calm as possible. If you want to completely over,
Cooking some damper there. I need my hat. I need my hat. No, I think I'm going to go and sit in the shade again. Watch more events. Too hot to go out there yet. Maybe tomorrow. We got 3 days. I mean, come on. We got plenty of time. Don't have to hurry. My ass on.
So the big sign over there with the Tigers and the White, that gate is currently what my leg is. So we've had, what we did, we got 30 different.
Alright, how are you? Sitting in the cool, eh? Oh, jeez. Don't go to the toilet. Those ones over there.
Yeah.
You could go in there and cook a whole feed just without any heat. It must be 40 degrees in there or something at least.
The aircon wasn't working in one of the buildings up here, and when I went in at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it was so hot. I was just like,
yeah, it's hot early today.
All day.
Hopefully tomorrow will be better.
Hopefully.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, it's
Really? Yay! Tomorrow's my house.
What's it going to be 2 degrees?
I'm like, only about 3 or 4 degrees, but 3 or 4 degrees.
3 or 4 degrees is
You
big.
take it
Make
right
all
now.
the difference. Can make all the difference.
Yeah.
Plus the humidity.
That's it. That's exactly.
Can make all the difference.
The humidity can drop down and we'll be fine. Like it's not a bad temperature. It's the humidity.
Yep.
You know what's really bad? I live in Cairns.
Oh.
This is our normal weather.
Yeah.
Cairns was beautiful.
And I'm
though.
just...
When I went to
but
Cairns,
you've got like the ocean breeze that'll help help
yeah.
it.
No, we live in the air conditioning up there. Everything's air conditioned. We live in the aircon.
Yeah. We were up there, we were stuck up there because we did the Cape, and then in early September we had to get towed back to Cairns to get the car fixed, and we stayed at the caravan park, not the nice one, not the NRMA one, the other one.
Yeah, I'm right next to the
It's not like, I mean, it was a nice park, but all the reviews
coconuts usually. Coconuts where everyone stays.
Yeah, I can't remember.
They just built some new buildings.
It was sort of in town, but it was in an older bit of the town sort of thing. There's a bowling alley right near it, and church. And
Oh yeah, that's me. That's where I
It was
am.
lovely place. It was so nice though. The temperature was perfect.
Sunland.
Yes.
That's
they
me,
were
that's
really
where I am.
nice. Really nice people.
I live in a flat that I rent from Sunland, and I live over the fence.
Oh, cool. Oh, we were
I lived in the
front
park many times.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone to some of the other clubs, so we can.
The only problem,
Let's move.
Sorry.
the only problem with the front is there's a lot of kids come in there and they go through everything and steal whatever.
Yeah, we were lucky that we didn't. Well, no.
They get a lot of crime.
There was 2 kids came through, but when I went, what are you doing? They ran away, which was good. And then the people in front of us, they were like Beverly Hills. Well, look, they could have been in the Beverly Hills because they were literally sitting on the front porch. And
Oh, there's a lot of
talking
people
about,
like that
They were
there.
skinning stuff, and we were like,
That's not unusual. That's not unusual.
no, good on them. No, it was fun. I liked Cairns. I hated Cohen. Everyone, I think. So when we
The
got
thing
to
is-
Cohen, going up, we stopped and we got petrol and we kept going. On the way back, we stopped and had lunch, and that's where we had all the troubles. So as long as you don't eat in Cohen, you're fine.
A lot of people go to Cairns, but they don't do the tracks around Cairns. They all go up the very north.
Are you part of the 4-wheel drive club?
We were part of the Cairns 4-wheel drive club.
Oh, okay. So,
We were a long time ago. Not anymore.
I was more thinking, I know that we have a club at the Whit Sundays, so we've got Whit Sunday.
You have one at Cairns?
We've got Whit Sundays, which is at
Too far down.
Airlie Beach.
Too far from Cairns.
Too far. See,
Oh,
I'm
Airlie
one of
Beach
these
isn't
people
that
who's
far.
like, if you have to drive more than 3
It's
hours,
about probably.
it's not too bad.
It's probably about close to a day's drive
Yeah, a day's drive.
Really?
Yeah.
from Cairns. Yeah.
Oh, look.
Mackay is 6 hours
Mackay's
from.
the closest to the Whit Sundays. But
Mackay
Cairns
is 6 hours from Townsville.
If you join our club, which is Palula, we're right next to Fraser Island, and we have Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to be part of our club, and we'll come up and visit you often. So yeah, this is our list of clubs. Like, we've got clubs everywhere, and you're welcome to take that with you
Yeah.
if you'd be interested. Nance is part of Nissan Patrol, but also part of Bundaberg. So Nance is in Brisbane, is part of Bundaberg. I'm part of Palula. Do lots of work with North Coast and Caloundra, so down the Andina Caloundra,
yep.
and then Bundaberg as well. So lots of us are part of, it doesn't matter really what club you're in. A lot of us get involved with lots of other things.
Yeah.
So this year we've also got corroboree in Charters Towers. I don't know if you've ever been to a corroboree before.
I've seen them.
Yeah, so lots of people go, we have fun, we drink a few beers, have a bit of a chat, camp,
Yeah.
get into mischief. No, Nancy
Yeah.
and I get into mischief.
Hey, I was
She has
perfectly
the
behaved.
coolest. She has the coolest thing. We were in Stanthorpe last year. It was freezing. She comes out in a sleeping bag, like a wearable, actual
Yeah.
onesie
Yeah, I've
sleeping
seen
bag.
them. I've seen them.
Never seen it before, and I am
On
so
sale at
jealous.
Aldi
They're great.
next week, tomorrow. On sale at Aldi
Oh,
tomorrow.
I'll be on Aldi tomorrow. But
They,
yeah,
they were
you're
invented
welcome to
because
say that.
there's a lot of people that need to go to the toilet and don't want to get out of the sleeping bag.
I was just, where did I get this?
Look, honestly, my husband hung shit on me for having
Yeah,
that.
and then he saw how good it was, and he's like,
And then he
yeah, I want
was
one.
And then, because we forgot to bring the like a dress up for the Saturday night, and I just went, I don't care, I'm too bloody cold, so I actually wore my onesie, and my husband was like, oh.
And you won the dress up?
He goes, oh, that
Really?
actually feels pretty warm. Like that seems pretty warm. And I was like, I have one for you, you know. And he goes, do you? Yes, I do. So I grabbed it out, and he wore it, and he was like, oh, this is the.
It's
I'm like,
funny.
I've had this
We're out
for
around the
years.
fires, and these two are like snug as a bug in a rug. The rest of us have to drink to make ourselves warm.
Ah,
It's all
but
right.
with
It's
the
all
with the 4-wheel drive club in Cairns, we've done all these tracks that nobody else does.
good. Yeah, yeah.
They don't go to it. Like if you go to Wudja, right?
Yep.
You up past before Cooktown, the Coast
Yep.
Road. The Coast Road's bad enough. You get to Wudja, you've got to have Aboriginal approval.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a track you go off, you go through a fence, through a gate, and then you can go right up the very top of the waterfall and look down the waterfall.
Oh wow.
And then you can go through these creeks and over these really rough things, and then there's one there we call Big Red, and it goes up and then up and then up and then up. And eventually it ends at the top, and you go up and just boom and bang, and it's going up it. It's incredible.
Oh, please email.
Then you
Kalula,
come
'cause we're
up the
looking
top
to go,
there and you
right?
go through there, and then you come down and you go across this creek. It's the head of the main river that runs down through the Daintree.
Oh,
It's the head of it.
yeah, yep.
So you go across that creek, it's just stones, it's nothing much. You go across that and then you can come back down through this guy's property and you can come back to Wudja.
Oh wow.
So it's like a loop road sort of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Really awesome.
Please email
There's
Kalula.
so many
we are
other
looking at going
places.
up there and it's not, probably not this year because all of us are broke, but probably next year.
Join the club.
we're going to get to Charters Towers, so we're kind of doing the whole man.
Charters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charters is alright. It's got some
a
good
lovely
spots.
place.
Tableland's got some great
It's
stuff.
the fact that we've got to
Yeah,
take like
go.
2 weeks to get
Yeah.
from here up there with the kids and doing stuff.
Because kids can't travel any more than 4 hours in a car, And they start, and the husband. It's not the children, it's the husband who starts like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Can we sit up? Can you drive so I can drink? No.
See, I don't have that because Dave had an argument with me once. There was one time when we left a caravan park at Sapphire. All it took was one time. And I missed the star picket, right? I swung out, I knew it was going to be close. And I was watching it in my mirror and I was like, oh, that's going to be close. He lost it at me. He's like, I told you, you should have swung out further. And I pulled over and I got out and I said, that's it, you're towing. I refuse to tow while you were in the car.
Wow.
And
You get people like that.
Oh, look, the fan came back.
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, all of the clubs, honestly, all of the clubs are really interested. We all do big trips. Like our club definitely does at least one big trip a
Just
year.
watch that
on
your
stuff. Yeah, we would love to. Yeah, all of our clubs.
Well, see, I watch all the four-wheel drive things all the time, but they always go to those ones that are really well known.
Yes.
They'll go to the same really well known tracks, but there's so many others that are so great and they don't even know them.
Yeah.
Like how many people have you seen go to the beach at Seisha? How many?
I know. We did
It's
that by accident.
It's 4 or 5 meters wide. It's flat and it's hard and it just goes
Absolutely.
for miles.
We got
People
talking
get
to the
there
guy
with
at the
their
fish and
thing
chip shop.
sailors and just slide along there. It's incredible.
Oh, the fish and
But
chip
how many
shop
people
guy
go
got us
there?
onto the beach when we were up there. Because I talk to everyone. I'm one of those people who, like when we went to Birdsville, I managed to get us into places because I was sitting in the pub, in the main bar, talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And of course they go, oh, you should come out and see our station. You should come out and see this. You should come out and... Yeah, okay.
Local, getting with the locals, that's the thing.
What's
That's
your
the
phone
key.
number? And then, you know, like doing that stuff. We went to Winton for my 21st. And we were in the North Gregory and I happened to say to one of these guys, oh, you know, I'd love to see Lark Quarry. And he went, oh, well, I'm the mailman, I'll take you out there. Because we went out on the train, we had no car. So I got a trip out there, I got to see all these stations that no one ever gets to see. I've got contacts up there, like when I'm doing a trip September up to Corroboree.
Cool.
So we're staying at one of the stations with the people that I met when I was 21. So I've been in contact with them for 15 years. So yeah.
Do you have a YouTube? Or a TV thing?
YouTube channel. I think that's one of the things in the pipeline. We have Facebook and Instagram.
You have Facebook?
Yeah, we do. It's on that one.
So
It's on the bottom of that one. The
Okay, yeah,
the
sure.
things.
Instagram and all that.
if you just look for Rob Queensland on Facebook.
We are working on getting like videos and content and stuff. So Mike and I are going to Fraser next week, and one of our jobs, I don't think Mike knows this yet, but one of our jobs over there is to create. No, this was a job that I gave you. Not delegating, but
He doesn't
we're
know
doing
anything about
content
it.
creation. So we're just going driving and
Yeah.
I don't know, but taking videos of definitely my car, but and getting some stuff so that we can put up responsible.
Yeah, I'm a
driving, though.
YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
I'm Eddie the streamer
Ah,
on YouTube. So if you have a look there, you'll see what I do.
Well, we actually had
Nice
a
to meet you.
conversation a couple of hours ago about how do we get more content going like these influencer people here, because we
You
just
go to YouTube, you set up a channel, and then you have there's certain things you have to do. You can't
we
just
need
sort
a
of
person. That's what.
you can't just go on and say, oh yeah, you know. Yeah, you can, but you may not get many views.
it may not get very
So you do that, and then you just say you get someone who's really up there, sort of, out there sort of person that's really good at, putting the point across. And they get up there and they say, hey, we're this company and all that sort of stuff and everything like that, and everything. We do a whole spiel thing.
Yeah.
And then you just go out, record your videos. I find it's best to record them, edit them, and then put them out.
Yeah.
But
Because-
we're all volunteers, you see, so we thought we might.
I do it. I do it all the time, and I don't have any money or anything. I just do it all the time. But you just I put out a video a day, but it's recommended to put out a video a week or
Okay.
every 2 weeks. Right, so you could go to Fraser Island, have a really good battery, get yourself a really good battery, hook it to the phone or whatever you've got, whatever thing you've got, hook it to that. Just walk around, do your video. You know, don't really focus too much on it. Just have fun,
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
yourself, have a good time, and then after that, get Filmora. It's a video editing thing, and
Yep.
it's free.
Yep.
Unless you want to add in like 5 months later or something like that. And if someone in the group's good at graphics,
Yep.
they can do some graphic things up, and you can put them in. You can take stuff out. You can take pictures. You can do all sorts of things, and
Yep.
you just play the video, hit edit, and then split, and cut out the bits you don't want in the video.
Yep. Yep.
The boring bits, the black bits, the
The
bits where it
bits
had
where
no
the camera falls
reception.
off, yeah. Yep.
Don't cut out the funny bits. Always keep the funny bits.
You'll love it. You'll appreciate
And then-
this then.
And then you put it up, upload it to YouTube.
Yep.
Go through the whole SEO pro thing. You know, you've got to put in.
Yep.
You've got to put in what the title is, all about that, stuff like that. If you get TubeBuddy, that'll help you a lot.
TUBE.
TubeBuddy.
Okay.
You know, like YouTube Buddy.
Okay.
You get that, and they do a lot of stuff. Well, they help you to do a lot of stuff. You need
Okay.
an icon that is fantastic.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
maybe a picture of your badge, or a picture of you driving over a cliff, or
Yep.
you know, something interesting, right? Put it up there and see how many likes you get, how many
Yeah.
views you get.
Yeah. I can
Some
do that.
people get like heaps of views, lots of time, really easy. Others have to really work at it to get in.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's community, so
And I
you know,
think it's just one of the. Sorry, I'm trying to find my water bottle.
it's community.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but you've got a club.
You'll appreciate this. So this is, as part of my role, I do Fraser Island cleanup as well as management committee.
Yeah, we used to do
7
Mount
million
Mulligan.
things. And so I went up. When you get to Inskip, you can go that way to Inskip and all the campgrounds.
Yep.
We go that way to Bullet Point. And I have my dog
Yep.
with me. That's my little pooch, my lovely little girl. And I went, okay, Tilly, we're going this way. So we did.
So she
And
goes
then-
the other way.
No, she was alright. She loves going for it. She loves in the car. She doesn't care where we
Yeah,
go. So we went and had a look at this track at Pelican Beach. So it's all. If I can't get the. Like you can hear the car, but then you hear the dog in some of them.
Mm.
So I'm driving around in my squeaky old Ute.
Yeah.
I had it propped up on the dash because I couldn't. You're not supposed to drive and hold your phone. So then I got to turn the corner.
On the road. In the bush, well.
Nah, I thought it looked a bit better if I was going
Get yourself some really good holders.
Yeah, well, I was going to put this somewhere. So then I turned the corner and I go, okay, there's a tree there. Better not hit it with the bull bar like everybody.
Everyone else.
Upset daisy. Then there's me and the dog going like, oh, yeah.
Well, you could get all of them, put them through Filmora,
Yep.
and do an edit. 45 minutes is all you want.
Yep.
45 minutes max.
Yep.
Do an edit, right? Cut out some of them, you know, put in just the best bits.
Mm.
It's even got a thing where you press the button and it'll do all the highlights itself.
I like that. Brick.
So you've got all the good stuff. Sometimes it misses the mark a little, but most of the time it's not too bad.
Okay.
And you can put that up as like a compilation. Get all your club members to watch it and like and comment. Likes is what we want.
Okay.
Get enough likes, it'll be up on the main thing and it'll
right.
stay up there.
So you need people to like stuff.
Likes.
Yeah, okay.
You need likes.
Rightio.
And then when you
I'll give
get
it a
to
crack.
when you get to 10,000 subscribers, you get sponsored.
Yeah.
People will sponsor you.
Yeah.
So they'll pay you to go out there and do it.
I really appreciate chatting with you. I'm just going to get some more water, but I really appreciate chatting with you.
Well, I've
Have a
been
look
doing
at
it for
that
10
list.
years, so.
And
you know.
yeah, we'd certainly love to keep in contact.
Um,
Especially those tracks up north.
I don't think I have anything on me. I'm just thinking. I think I
We're
took
getting
them all
cards
out.
printed up for FICU, but I didn't actually think of it until like Tuesday, and I went, oh, this would be a really great idea. And then went, oh yeah, today's Tuesday and then Friday. Whoops. If
Have you got a
like
pen?
our play- Yep.
Have you got a pen?
Somewhere.
You do it the OG way.
Oh my goodness, pens. This is my diary I've just been using as a paperweight.
Yeah, you need that at the moment,
Oh,
eh?
especially with that lovely fan. I'm not getting rid of the fans, so we just have to keep using baby wipes. Huh? Yeah, we tried coming in on the train, Mike's going, which station are you at? And I'm like, I don't, look, I'm on an express and it stops at Bowen Hills. That's it, I just got to be back at Bowen Hills to make sure I'm on the train going home.
Whose coffee cup is this?
I think it was mine, I'll take it then.
There's also one here.
I just
Oh,
wanted
it's
to
empty.
I just wanted
Oh.
to look
See?
Awesome, thank you very much.
I'm still thinking about getting things done up.
Yeah.
Thingo cards done up, because design and all that, and then trying to get someone to print it.
Yeah.
Although we have got Prince Zealand near us, so it's not too bad. But yeah, so give us a ring or something when you're up there, and
Will do.
or
We'll
tell
be
me
in
you're
contact.
coming up. I mean, I don't have a car at the moment, but
Yep.
hopefully, cross your fingers, I'm going to win the Offer Adventure pack. So
No, that's mine, sorry.
I'll be set up
that,
so
that,
well.
That truck's mine, I'm just going to drop
No, you're not having it. That's mine. I'm
I'll
not.
give you
I'm
the
not.
caravan, how's that?
No, my mate needs the caravan. He's the bus driver, so he needs to tow it up there. Anyway,
It's lovely to meet you.
good talking to you.
See ya.
See ya. Well, that's good. Okay, that's fine. That's not. You're not having it. Oh, it's cooling down over here now a bit. Still pretty stifling hot. It sounds like Pat Cohen. Okay. I'll watch him just because Offer Adventure's next. That's the only reason. I've got to get in early to have a seat for Offer Adventure.
You didn't see another car all the way down there, so there's no tracks, no footprints, no nothing, and you've just got the biggest sand dunes in Australia all to yourself. And Willis, the guy that we rescued there, was the only other car that we saw on that whole journey down there. So yeah, it's pretty remote, so you do need to be self-sufficient, but yeah, so I've thankfully done nice tracks and ice.
All right, we've got a question over here. Yeah, Pat, have you found that depending on where you are in Australia, whether the quality of diesel is different, and is there anything we can do to protect our cars if there is?
Yeah, it's a great point. Look, generally speaking, I think we have much the same quality of diesel in Australia, but the problem is, I suppose, when you have, you only need to look at the crazy weather we've had the last few years in Australia, floods and all that sort of stuff. And naturally, diesel actually sucks in water. There's a certain percentage of water in all diesel anyway, because that's just, none of these tanks are free of condensation or anything like that. So yeah, I always recommend secondary filtration in your diesel. So especially if you're going to those remote locations who, might have been hit by a flood out in the corner country that floods regularly, and they get a bit of water in their tanks. Funnily enough, I've only ever had contaminated fuel from city fuel sources in Sydney, actually. So it can happen anywhere, but yeah, once you get that fuel contamination into a diesel, they're very, very sensitive. And I was quite surprised that we managed to start that RAV4 out there in the bush. I don't know how healthy it would have been for the next 100,000 k's, but we managed to get it started. But yeah, I'd always recommend a secondary fuel filter there for the often with a clear bowl, so you can see if there's any contaminants in there. Because that early warning system, that's what you want. You don't want to suck anything into the engine because they are so sensitive.
So I'll just add to that, if I may, Pat, because I am a diesel mechanic by trade. Further to what Pat says about having that secondary filtration system, also add to that, there's a lot of products out there that you can put in your fuel tank that will help take the moisture out and help deal with those contaminants. Now, you don't need to run that every time unless you want to, but if you're going into those remote areas where you're not sure on fuel supply, it doesn't hurt to take a good quality product with you and use that in that environment. Now, we've got a question just here.
Okay, Pat, Toyota or Ford, mate?
Oh mate, it's got to be Ford.
That's a loaded question.
I'll get sacked by my sponsor anyway.
You pay him for asking questions like that.
Good day, Pat. We saw one of your shows where you went snorkeling with the turtles at Cook Island a while back. So recently we've done it ourselves, my wife and I. Did you really paddle out there in a kayak, or someone take you out there? Because it'd be a mission getting out there, I would have thought.
Yeah, no, we paddled out there, yeah. But we also had a support boat to film, like where the film crew was on that. So, no, but we had to paddle them out because it was quite a small boat and it couldn't carry all the crew with all the gear in it. So, no, we paddled out there. So, yeah.
Where'd you get the kayak?
We borrowed it from the guy that owned the boat. So that was my producer just hunted around and found a guy that knew his stuff and told us all about it. So it was, but isn't it a spectacular experience? You know, it's the fact that you've got this. I don't know if you guys, we ran that I think last season. Incredible turtle colony, Cook Island. What's the town that it's off? Finglehead. Yeah, Finglehead. Yeah, Fingal Beach or Fingal. Finglehead. Yeah. So you're sort of literally looking up and seeing the Gold Coast high rises, and then you look down and you see the most incredible turtle colony that you'll ever see, like 15, 20 turtles, and you can just do it snorkeling, and it's absolutely brilliant. So,
What is your favourite part of Australia that you've explored?
Favourite part of Australia that I've explored? Good question. Oh man, it gets tough. After every season, I sort of change my mind. I do love the Western Australian coast is pretty cool. There's an area around Exmouth, the Ningaloo coast they call it. It's the longest fringing reef in Australia. So that means that like the reef that you get in Queensland, often like off Hamilton Island and all that sort of stuff, the Great Barrier Reef, you often have to get in a boat for a couple of hours to get out there and swim in the reef. Ningaloo Reef, you can just simply park your four-wheel drive, set up camp, dive into the water, and you will see coral reef right in front of you and all the fish species that are attracted to that. So I really love that, the fact that you can just have this underwater wonderland, beautiful beaches to camp on. It's just gorgeous. But I do also love Tassie. Tassie is a bit, it's got some fantastic four-wheel drive tracks. There's never that many people on the tracks down there, so it doesn't get too crowded. So they're sort of some of my top two. But now, after doing that Great Australian Bite Run, that's also right up there this season as well. So I've cheated there. I gave you about 3 answers, but it's harder to pick than a broken nose.
So basically it'd be all of Australia sort of fits in there.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're touring, do you get any hecklers and how do you handle them?
Oh, any hecklers? Yeah, not too many. I've had them out at the Birdsville races before, where where people have got a skinful and come in on a plane and all that sort of stuff. but I think four-wheel drivers are pretty good and pretty polite for the most part out there on the track. So it's really only if people are a little bit oiled up at a music event or something like that, we might get a little bit. They don't tend to heckle me. They're just a little bit excited about about the event that they're at, and so thankfully, not a lot.
G'day Pat, love watching the episodes with you and your son out there, going through things together and the teaching that you've done over the years. What do you reckon is the toughest challenge you've been through together on the road?
Oh wow, the toughest one that we've been through on the road. That's a really good question actually, with me and the kids. because I've done a lot. Yeah, I'm just I'm muddling them up in my brain together in terms of the trips that I've done where I've had real challenges and the kids weren't actually necessarily there on that particular journey. But yeah, I did have a scary run early on when the kids were actually, one of the biggest challenges, to be honest, was to do with the health of my son Bill. So Bill has type 1 diabetes, so chronic disease, needs to check his sugars every few hours, all that sort of stuff. He wears an insulin pump. And when he was about probably 5-6 years old, we did our first Simpson Desert crossing with him. And that was just, since then we've done canning stock routes, all that sort of stuff, more remote stuff than the Simo. But that was probably one of the more stressful things, and it wasn't that something went wrong or anything like that, or I was anticipating anything. Well, you have to anticipate something, I suppose. So that was one of those trips where, I really made sure that everything was, dot the I's, cross the T's. We had to set up a, what I so eloquently called a run from the car screaming box. If the car happens to self-combust and start burning down on the road, well, you're in trouble there if you've got a diabetic on board that needs food, needs sugar, all that sort of stuff. So we had a box that we could just grab and go that had all our diabetes supplies in there, and food and water and stuff that would, and satellite communications and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was probably one of the, like all the other times when we've been, bogged, broken down, whatever, it's, I don't know, we also often travel with a number of cars, so the stress is not that, and we're often travelling with, brand new cars as well that are pretty damn reliable. So, but yeah, that one with Bill, that first desert crossing was a real, okay, we've got to get this right, because there's not too many second chances. Recoveries out there, medical recoveries and stuff in particular can take days for help to come, and helicopters to land on salt pans and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that one was probably comes to mind as the more stressful thing. Oh, that's right. Sorry, no, we did have another. We did have another awful encounter actually with Bill specifically, and I think I put it out of my mind. He we went to a 4-wheel drive park, and they had big slip and slide that went into a dam, but this was in the drought sort of period. And as often happens when we're out there on the road, we'll do these sequences 5 times and stuff. So we kept on sending Bill down. We'll get another drone shot. We'll go faster. Blah blah blah. Do this sort of stuff. He rocketed down, and halfway down, he dropped the boogie board underneath him. And he decided he put his arms behind his back, and then he just went head first into the dam. The dam was a bit shallower than normal. He hit the bottom, and he actually broke his back in 2 places. This was in the middle of COVID, and they had to send a chopper from the Royal Alexandra Hospital here over the border into New South Wales, get him out in the full brace and juiced up on all the drugs and everything, and flying back here. Because it was mid-COVID and we were filming in northern New South Wales, they wouldn't let mum or dad in to see him. They wouldn't. They then decided they'd have to isolate him and all sorts of stuff. So, but that was actually by far the most stressful thing when you're watching your son fly off on a helicopter. Contemplated putting it on the TV show, and then thought, yeah. So we haven't actually run any stories on that in the past, but yeah, that was one of those times.
So thanks very much, Pat. It's always good fun hearing about your adventures, because you really do get to see some of Australia. I don't know how you do it yourself. I know you've got a great team behind you, but just personally, spending that much time on the road away from your family. Oh man. Anyway, thanks so much. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
So we've got Jason Andrews as our last guest this afternoon. He'll be here in about 10 minutes' time. So if you want to stay and listen to their stories and see some of their content, please do. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the show, and hopefully we'll even see you back here over the weekend. So we'll have Jason Andrews up here in about 10 minutes' time.
Probably I don't see much of it, but you'll hear it. Tomorrow you might see more of it, so I might hear more of it. And the more you look around, the more you see the new kind of thing we've got. Giveaways everywhere. Found not much. Simon's with you. Yeah. I know them. Full black, full time. Not full black, that's the insurance company.
I'll let people know. Simon said that he's going to sit back there and you're going to watch videos up here. I don't know. Do we listen to Simon or do we listen to Jason? I reckon we'll listen to Jason. All right, guys. So, yeah. So we're going to play a video and then Jason and Simon will join us on stage and regale us with stories, and they've got a heap of cool videos and content that they've shown you some of what they've done, some of what they're going to do. So yeah, let's roll the video and then welcome them up.
G'day folks, and please welcome to the stage the team from Australia's #1 adventure show, All for Adventure. Jace Andrews and Simon Anderson. Take it away, guys.
Come on, Jace.
That's the part where you clap.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
righto.
they're not coming.
Good afternoon, Brisbane. Is that working? That's working?
Yeah, it's working.
Come on, Brisbane, there he's going.
All right, yeah.
Well, it's very quiet this afternoon. Everyone's at home sitting in the air conditioning, aren't they? All the
pretty
wusses.
much.
Look at us with our cold bottles of water.
Yeah, that's all we got. Anyway, how's everyone going? You enjoyed the show?
Yeah.
That's the go. I was here this morning. There was heaps of people. Simon and I were here. So obviously it's dwindled a little bit now. So it's the last part of the afternoon. Did you buy anything? Bought lots of stuff. That's the go. Enough. Anyone buy anything like a big caravan or something? You know, truck? No?
No.
Gold. All right, guys. Well, we've been out, as you know, been real busy these days, and we've been filming. We've finished filming and put it to air. Now, season 14. Who's been watching season 14? That's the go. That's the go. So you would have noticed we went to a place called Tasmania. We've been trying to get there for years, and look, Tassie has always been on the list. Not really.
Yeah, no, we've been talking about Tassie for years.
Yeah, and I've been saying no. I don't want to go there, it's too cold. So we decided that, look, at the end of the day, we might as well just get the hell to Tasmania, alright?
Who's been to Tassie? Yeah, plenty of people. Do you like it?
There you go.
You go in winter or summer? Yeah, we're going in summer next time.
Oh, so you went, it was summer on Monday and then Tuesday it was winter. Is that usually how it works? Yeah, the sun came out, I think, for an hour and then it went away again. The whole time we were there. So yeah, Tasmania was on our list and it was the place to go, and we did it in season 14. Now, the trouble is with season 14, we started off in Cape York, okay? Where it was weather like this. Anyway.
It's even hotter than this.
Yeah, and it was raining and there was lots of recoveries and you know, crossings and all that sort of stuff. And then we decided, well, Simon's like, what were you saying? My fingers, and made it happen, and we went to the snow. Okay?
How cool was where we went from hot to cold? Did you see that bit?
It was just instant. We were up on top of a caravan, next thing you know, in the high country of Tasmania. Anyway, guys, so the magic of television got us to Tasmania, okay? Now, the thing about Tasmania is, it depending on what time of the year you go, it can be either really, really wet and cold, or dry and, I don't know, it's pretty cold, it's hot and cold. But when we went there, it was wet. It was wet as, like, I mean, all the creeks were flooded, constant water just running down the tracks, all that sort of stuff. And so it put, you know, we got a lot of, we trashed a lot of gear, I'm going to say it.
Yeah, we did, we punished it.
Mate, we punished a lot of our gear. There was hardcore tracks on the west coast of Tasmania. And
All right, who's been to the West Coast? Have you been to the West Coast of Tassie? Yeah, like it's the wild West Coast. And some of those beaches down there, they are next level, okay? Now what happens is, in the wet season, all those creeks that come flowing out, those freshwater creeks, they've got a fair bit of depth, a fair bit of water in them. And then when they reach the beach or they reach the ocean, they've got this thing called quicksand.
You don't want to dive into the quicksand. And the tidal surge down there is next level.
Yes, so in the wet season they get this, the ocean is like angry.
It comes out of nowhere, doesn't it? 1 minute the water's literally way up the trees over there, and then next minute it's way the hell up there.
Yeah, so you be
all the water coming in.
100%. You'd be driving along the beach, and suddenly there's a foot of water where there was no water. So you had to come up with to watch these tidal surges. You had to watch the creek crossings with the quicksand and all that sort of stuff. So Tasmania was a real adventure. If you get a chance, go down there. It's pretty cool. But I wouldn't go in the middle of winter when it's raining and it's flooded.
Definitely don't do that.
Definitely don't do that. Anyway, guys, so to get you all excited for us talking on stage today and about the 4x4 show, have a quick look at season 14 trailer of what we just put on TV on Channel 10 recently.
Are your Sunday arvos in need of some calm cruising through the countryside? Very deep, very deep. Yeah, don't go left, don't go left. All for adventures, Jace and Simon can do just that. Give me any, boys, water's coming in. Water's all the flood out. Going in. Kyle the Copper from WA has joined in for this trip.
He's never been to Queensland before.
Never been to Queensland. I've never been up in Cape. It's been on my list forever, and I'm pumped. The team chuck in some idyllic beaches to swim at.
Look at that, boys, on the beach.
Oh, Kate, you're crocodile.
Let's go for a swim, eh?
Yeah.
Join them on some classic fishing missions.
Yeah, that's a good size, that one. Have a look at that cracker.
Look at you, baby.
There's one bigger than yours.
Oh yeah, Swampy the Hilux gets dragged out of the shed for this trip.
Why am I getting bogged? I'm not really sure. Don't you speak too soon. I'm not in the mud.
You gotta love Swampy, yeah? We should be all driving around in Swampy down here.
The team was trusted with an amazing history assignment.
The World War II history right there.
Returning a piece of the past to the Torres Strait.
There you go. So that's a 50 cal bullet. That is probably the most intact bullet that I've ever seen.
Some stranded travellers get the All for Adventure roadside assistance package.
Thank you. No,
Also, remember to never whinge about the heat.
Mate, how good has Cape York been this trip? It's been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's been bloody awesome, but I don't know about you guys, I'm a little bit over the heat. I think I'm getting old and soft.
My aircon, mate. My aircon has been flat out this whole trip. You guys have been barking about the heat all trip.
I know.
I'll tell you what. I reckon I can fix that. Is that cold enough for you?
Yeah, it's cold.
It's really cold enough. Mate, I think we're going to have to go to the shops and get some warm clothes.
A cool change is just what the team needed. And do you remember Sir Roll-A-Lot?
I shouldn't be announced up on rolls. Wider than that. I'm rolling 2 tractors, 2 Land Cruisers, countless rigging Klondikes.
Well, Sir Roll-A-Lot is back, and yeah, he's on a roll.
Hang on there, Doggy, we're still good?
No, holy shit!
Yeah. That was like this close to the whole program going boom.
We go next level on the old grey nomad to-do list.
Who wants a second hand earlier?
No. Seconds away from disaster.
Tasmania's wild west coast does not disappoint.
swim, sun's out.
Join Jason and Simon for this midwinter run.
Oh, that is icy Southern Ocean. The sun's not even really out, is it?
All for Adventure's new series, Torres to Tassie.
That's a good trip, wasn't it, mate? It was a bloody good trip.
Yeah, it was a good trip. So there you go, guys. That's what you watch for season 14 of All for Adventure. Now, can you believe it? We've been doing it for 15 years now, and we're going on to our 15th season. So that'll be 16 years of All for Adventure. How cool is that, guys? So 16 years of All for Adventure. Now, every year, okay, and for the last about 7 years, we've been giving away we've given away up to $2 million worth of prizes, okay? And this year is no exception. So this year, okay, this Sunday, okay, at about 3 o'clock, we're going to draw the Live the All for Adventure Dream Prize competition, okay? Who's entered? That's not too bad. Well, if you haven't entered, you can't win until you enter, okay? Now, you can enter, it's literally, I'm looking at it now, it's an Isuzu D-Max through there on the outside of this awning, okay? Just on the other side, there's a Jayco Crosstrack Caravan, and all that plus a whole pile of gear valued to $245,000, and it's free to enter. So if you get a chance, scan the QR code and away you go. Now, if you want to have a look at what you can win, I'm going to draw it. Simon and I are going to draw it tomorrow at Sunday at 3:30. So we're hoping somebody in the crowd is going to be here in Queensland.
It'd be awesome if someone's here to win it.
It's pretty cool. We've seen a lot of people driving off with some awesome gear over the years. So check this out, guys.
Over the last 5 seasons, we've given away over $2 million worth of Dream Prize rigs. And now, this could be your chance to live the All for Adventure dream. This year we've assembled another awesome prize package valued at over $245,000. There's a brand new Isuzu D-Max which has been fully kitted out with all the gear you need to confidently head off the beaten track and make it back again. On the hitch there's a Jayco Crosstrack for a bit of luxury, and there's a U-Force 1000 from CF Moto for a bit of fun. There's boat and outboard package, some fishing gear, not to mention $5,000 from BCF so that you've got all the gear for your trip away. One lucky person can win all this, and it could be you. Collect your bonus keywords to increase your chances, and if you're an Unleashed subscriber, you can double your chances to win. Register now, and you too could be living the All for Adventure dream.
There you go, guys. How cool would it be to win all that stuff? Now, like I said, it's free to enter. Scan the QR code, put your name down, you are in the draw. Now, you can win it with 1 entry, okay? Remember that? I remember the last year's winner only had, I think they had 3 entries and that was it. You can get like 30 entries, okay? He only had 3 entries. No, it was a she. She won it. That's right. It was husband and wife. Obviously, she said he could drive it. So they actually, get this, put some stickers on the side of it. I don't know what they call themselves. And started tripping around Australia, calling them the Live the All for Adventure Dream Prize winners. How cool is that? They had all the gear and no idea. But anyway, it's good.
Oh my gosh.
That's who they were emulating. Alright guys, that's exactly what Simon toes. He's got the D-Max and he's got the Crosstrack. What's the Crosstrack?
It's not that one though, I haven't driven that one.
No, it's not that particular Crosstrack. You don't want that one. Trust me, you don't want it. I've seen where he's taken it. I've seen what he does with it. Alright? Anyway, so while we've been sort of, on and off filming the season and all that sort of stuff, we've also been doing some builds, okay? And just recently, we launched on YouTube a 300 series Land Cruiser build. Who's seen the 300? Yeah, a few of you have seen it. So it's on YouTube. It went gangbusters on YouTube. Still going. Up at the Campos stand, up the top there. So the top building on the left-hand side, up the ramp and down the back. That's the Campos stand. The 300 is sitting there on the Campos stand. So if you get a chance, go and check it out. You can see that cool stereo system inside. Did you see that?
I had a chance to see it, mate.
No. Well, when Simon was helping me, we were just putting the roof racks on.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since.
No, haven't you? There you go. Even Simon hasn't seen it. You got to watch the YouTube channel.
What's YouTube?
That thing on the internet, on your phone. Anyway, guys, if you get a chance, go up there, check it out in person. Otherwise, if you haven't seen it, here's a quick little video. I think this is really cool.
Waited so long for that one.
It's finally here. The 300 series Land Cruiser.
There we go, guys, the 300. So they reckon it's the toughest 300 in Australia. What do you reckon?
Probably.
Looks pretty good. Yeah, no, we spent some time and effort on that. So Bodie from McCormack's actually helped us with that build, and it was that attention to detail that, and it took me bloody ages to work out the colour, all that sort of, you know, the colouring and the style that we were going to go with. And yeah, I reckon we've done a pretty good job. What do you reckon?
Looks pretty good, mate.
It's pretty tough.
If you want me to drive it this season on the show, I'm in.
Oh yeah, okay.
Who reckons I should drive it on the show?
Yeah.
I do too.
See if you can roll it.
You seen what he did in Tasmania, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was Kyle, not me.
Oh, not that bit. I'm talking about all the other bits. Like over the years.
Car was alright, mate.
Over the years, I can show them a video. Anyway, guys, so down in Tasmania, we did have a few dramas, and it was Kyle's fault, okay? So, let's have a look. You got that video, mate? He's got the one. Now, this is all Kyle's fault. This is what we didn't tell him to go there. He just decided.
He blamed me for it, but no, it really wasn't my fault.
Simon even walked it for him, got his pants wet in the cold water.
And a few other things wet too.
And it is cold water, trust me. It is cold, and it's fresh water, okay? Check this out.
There you go. Right, you touch and turn. Oh! Yeah, we're good. It's committing.
I thought it was like Westball.
Right? Yeah, it's all right. It's how you work for it. Alright. Alright. Well, this is the only crossing, so got no choice. Carl's going to go first. It's a little bit deep. And I like this quicksand. That quicksand over there, that stuff. Oh, so treacherous this coast, I'll tell you now. And it's cold, that water's like ice. Righto. What the hell happened? Alright, boys. What the hell happened? The drivers, give me out. There you go. Did you vote? Car died. No, I don't know. Did you vote or did your car die? My car is so dirty. I got no power, no nothing. Give me out. You've got to go for water. Yeah, I'm there. I'm going water, boys. I'm in park. I've got to try something to get out of park. Holy crap. Yeah? Is it on? Oh man. Oh my god. He said it wasn't deep. Yeah, he said it wasn't deep. Yeah, you got pulled in your snorkel. I reckon it must have. Oh, 100%. It's not a submarine, it's just a 4-wheel drive.
there. Look at the distance. I saw the pace you were hitting it. Like, what happened? That's exactly what happened. Water right up the windscreen, into the snorkel. Boom. Gut full of water. Stops.
Ed is very doom and gloom at this point. It's always very obvious that we're going to be towing this car from here back out. How we're going to achieve that, I don't think anyone really knows at this point.
With the tide on the rise, the team need to get this car to safety fast.
There you go, guys. Look, at the end of the day, if you have a look at that, I don't know. What do you reckon went wrong? Like, when you had to break it apart and go, how could we have done that differently? How could he have done that differently? What do you reckon?
Well, first you should have driven into water. If it's flooded, forget it. Hello.
It's flooded for it.
But no, he should have driven through nice and slow and he would have been fine. Young fellas, you know?
Yeah, hold on the gas. So,
hey, one of us could have done it just the same. Look at Jason when he goes through a water hole. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
And no, I went in the snorkel, filled up the engine with water, but I don't really know about diesels. How often do you fill a diesel engine and you put on the gas full of water and it doesn't damage it? Never. Very lucky.
Yeah, so we actually got that vehicle going again. Did you see us get it going again? Yep. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen, but we did.
And you were pulling the bloody glow plugs out, getting the water out of that. I'm thinking, waste of time. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, you're thinking that
this engine is destroyed.
We got lucky. We got real lucky. And that car's still going. It's still going today. I know, people ask, is that car still going? Yes, still going. Does about 20 kilometres an hour, but it's going.
Your daughter uses a panic basher in the backyard.
It's got a bit of a rattle, isn't it? No, it's good. Good old D-Max. Anyway, so over the years, like I said, what we were talking about before, about things rolling over. So things like a bit of a habit from Simon. So this was to have to be his most notable rollover, this one. But to his defence, to Simon's defence, he was helping me.
Yeah, me, but you.
Yeah, all stuff. Anyway, guys, so this YouTube video, this is one of the YouTube videos that launched our YouTube channel into the stratosphere. This is the old days when not many people even knew what YouTube was. You got to remember, we've been around a long time. We've been in this game for 15 years. There was no Instagram, there was no Facebook. YouTube had just started, and you know, all those things that you see today, these platforms, they weren't there. They just weren't there. We were one of probably a handful of people that were out in this field actually doing what we do. And what we did was basically we pioneered it. We pioneered that type of content and that type of style out in the...
Make your mistakes, you know?
Yeah, just stuffing up basically. We pioneered that, going further and farther and rolling further and bogging better and all that sort of stuff. Anyway guys, this YouTube video, it's got 6.6 million views and it is one of our probably most noticeable or notable videos of All for Adventure. Check it out. Simon and I are crossing back over these tidal flats to join Rhett and his family at the Rella Springs homestead, 6 hours away from this remote spot near the Gulf. Simon's in fine spirits. We've crossed here several times today without incident, so I'm confident as I follow him. Right about now though, I'm wondering why the cameraman is madly waving at me from the sideline as I drive over. Turns out he wasn't rolling his camera and he's not happy.
Wasn't recording. Just said go.
I'm going to have to go back so I can get the shot. But on the way over, this happens. Broken through the sand crust into the mud. We're in trouble. We don't realise just how much. Here's where the bad luck starts to pile up. Simon's truck has compromised brakes, so the winch is just dragging him towards me instead of pulling me free of the mud. We need another plan, and quick.
We've got to get out of those tracks.
So I grab the snatch straps and double them up so Simon can stay well clear of the mud as he pulls me free.
Start spinning.
Ready to go. So here's where things start to really go pear-shaped.
Now lift.
Yeah, we're getting there. Not good how we stuffed.
Yeah, sure.
We start the recovery on Simon's truck, but it's worse than we realise.
The tide's just turned.
Now you can see there's two snatch straps joined together.
So first we have to winch out Simon. We add another strap to get Simon well away from the mud, right up here on the grass where the ground is hard. The tide is really cranking in now. Check out what my dash camera was recording while we were getting Simon's truck out. It's a race against time. Ready to go? It's working. Then, get happy.
Holy shit! Holy!
My heart is racing. I just want to know if Simon is all right.
Holy shit. Oh my god, man! Oh my god! There, but now it. Now, winch, get out.
Here comes the famous word.
Oh, prevent my ass!
This little tree out by itself is our only hope at the moment.
Oh, have you got any gear? Sorry? Have you got any gear? Yeah, go, go! Push! Come on, go! Go! Oh, back the winch up. There's not a mark on it. Oh my god. This is just madness.
I'm good to go, mate, but you keep that straight. At least nothing else can go wrong now.
Puff of smoke there from the oil burner.
Go the winch!
He's bogged again.
Simon's almost out, but with this incoming tide, even the hard-packed sand here is given away. We have to get his truck right up onto the grass.
This tide's coming in way further.
I'm good to go.
Alright, now we got 4 straps.
Come on, man. Come on. One more.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yes! I'm out. Stop. I'm out. Thank God for that.
Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? Because that just blew my mind.
There you go, guys. What do you reckon about that one?
The distress you don't realise, back then, that was Jason's first ever brand new, first ever brand new 200. First ever brand new 200 chopped. That was my first ever brand new 79 series. They were literally brand new for that trip.
Yep.
They were our vehicles and we were taken.
Yeah, that's why when I rolled up and the thing went back on its wheels, it's like it hasn't got a dent on it, man. It's cool.
He was more worried about me getting out and giving these.
Losing his shit. So that was, and look, I'll tell you now, so many of those recovery training, full drive training places, they use that video as a not what to do, okay? Do not do what they do. Can you see where they went wrong? I'm not kidding you, they all use it. Have a look at this, and everyone goes, wow. Right, now don't do what these idiots do. So there you go, guys, that video was absolutely nuts. And look, yeah, we learn a lot from that. I'll tell you now, we learn a lot from it. We definitely know how if you join a lot of those snatch straps together, you get a lot more energy out of them.
It works a treat. Well, if you never use your snatch straps again, you can't get them apart.
Nah, so at home I've got a pile of snatch straps about this high. It's just one big long one. Because they are joined together forever. Anyway guys, so if you get a chance, go and see the Camp Boss stand. There's heaps of Camp Boss gear here. We're going to be heading up there shortly. Now, I've got all the new awnings, the rooftop tents, all the Camp Boss gear, all for adventure merchandise. Don't forget to, if you want to enter that competition on the way, scan the QR code on the side of the Jayco cross track and check out the D-Max. Looks exactly like Simon's, only never been to Tasmania. You don't want the one that been to Tasmania.
It's still alright?
The caravan.
I want the caravan.
You don't want the caravan that went to Tasmania. Anyway guys, so go and check that out. Otherwise, we will see you guys later. Enjoy the 4x4 show. If you're coming tomorrow or Sunday to collect your prize because you're the winner, okay? Slip Simon and I are fitting, and there's a good chance that you might be the winner. Yes? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. I only take cash.
I want a hungy.
Hungy, you want a hungy? There you go. Anyway guys, thank you very much.
Thanks guys.
There you go, folks. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Right, let's go and do a bit more walking around, and then we'll head back to the unit. How we're going? Pretty good. Still on, still working.
The red-bellied black snake is what we call the farmer's friend. This is an incredible species of snake that eats other species of more venomous snake, feeds on frogs, feeds on lizards and other snakes, but actually has never caused a human death that we are aware of. Now, I'm not saying it's never caused a human death, because we don't have records for the last 75,000 years of the oldest polecat in the world. So basically, the last 75,000 years is very likely someone's died from this snake. Because this snake here can kill a Labrador, can kill a Border Collie or a German Shepherd, so very likely someone's died.
Everything's heading over there now and entering. Of course.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. They won with 3 entries. I've got 60-something entries every single time. Every single time. There's got to be something wrong with that.
They won't let us in.
Good news, I bought stuff.
If you've got a wing awning, different.
Oh, my back. Yeah, it's alright. I get it this year. I know they're coming out there joking about that. They wouldn't do that. Oh, I'd hope though. One of the 3 entries. Must be a really lucky person. That'll be more than that. I've got 60 something entries all the time. No wonder with 3. Let's see if I can get a feed, a proper feed. Hey, how you going?
What I can help you?
Roast beef roll and 600 milk Coke.
With the beef roll, no, this one no chip, right? This one have chip, this one without chip.
This one will do.
Sure.
Can you charge me before you do it? If you understand what I mean? Hold on. How would you be, eh? I enter every year. I've been entering every year. I've got 60 something entries. And they win it with 3. 3 entries. I'm like, what? I feel so ripped off. I feel so ripped off. No, it's alright. It'll be mine this year.
So it's half the wall.
Yeah, so. Do this and we'll go down there in Centre Ring and have a look at the caravans. Then we'll go home. I might pop back in that pavilion as well. Can't believe that.
Cut, please, large. Yeah.
It's fine,
Shit, we gotta go see Norwell.
Oh, when now?
Yeah, I forgot.
What time?
Norwell's at 3:30.
Oh, that's alright. Just coming on a bit late.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I don't know. I thought we were going to see Leeds, but then I forgot Norwell.
They'll be there still. Don't manage to score it.
No, I said 3:30 now. They're fucking killing us.
Yeah.
Norwell, EB12. They're all passing. Alright, so we're going to go to there.
Okay. In that building.
Yeah.
It'll be alright, son. Alright.
No, look, this has already happened. This has got the free steam on there.
You start scrolling.
I'm just going to slide through it now.
That's been I don't know. Kebanyakan ini ramai banget. Absolute kicking the thing, so. Someone won it with three entries. And I've been doing 60 something. My max entries since the first episode. Someone wins it for free. All these people walking around with all this swag. You come across it. What's going on here? I'm sure other people had a lot of entries too. Like how many entries you have doesn't matter. What's the point? Right, you watch every episode, you do every entry, you put in every keyword, and someone who does hardly anything wins it. Could it be just luck? Come on.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
If it is just luck, then I'm never going to win it. My luck sucks. Well, it has gotten a little better lately, but... but none of that matters because it's mine this year. I'm going to go and have a quick look through the big caravans and we'll head back to the unit. We'll head back to the units then and let that happen. And then tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow. And we'll just do all the competitions and try to get all the swag. Do whatever, you know, take up time. That just shits me, doesn't it? 3 entries.
Graham Gilbert, I deal with.
It's like the long time, really good fans don't even matter. Anyway, try not to think about that. Just that blood noise. That's a big 79, eh? Right up there. Caravan with the extra bit on the back. That's not the entrance. How you going? Looks so busy, mate.
Oh,
just flat out, eh?
Been a hot day, mate. Been a hot day.
Oh, you're telling me. I come from Cairns.
Oh, mate, it
and I'm
used to be
just
like winter down here, isn't it?
Should be. I'm just burning hot like crazy, and it's normal up there. Amazing. But we all live in the air conditioning up there, so.
Have to.
Down here it's not really hot enough for air conditioning.
It is
Usually.
It is for us.
Today it is, but usually it's not.
Yeah. No, it was very humid through the most of the day, that's for sure.
Oh, mate, was it? Went to go to the toilet and, you could cook your lunch in there without a fire or anything. No ventilation. The trick is you got to have air coming in and air going out. You only have air coming in, it just gets too hot. Yeah, so I'm just wandering around. Looking at some stuff, you know, that sort of thing.
Anything particularly chasing? Or just having a general
Nah,
look?
just looking.
Yeah.
Looking around. The usual. Yeah.
Very good. Well, yell out if you have any questions.
Oh well. Thank you. Now your tree's falling over. It's at it. Yeah. I forgot to grow some roots.
To what?
Not a bad looking van, that one. Got some cool stuff in it.